Good morning, everybody. This is Michelle with Fun in Key West, and I hope you guys had a fabulous Thanksgiving week. Um, Back to the grind. It's now, after a 4 day holiday. So I think some of the places around the country are a little cold. So everybody's thinking about someplace warm and palm trees and enjoying the holiday season. So let's start off with today in Key West. It's Happy Historic Marker Monday, and our stop today is the La Concha Hotel. So if you're planning someplace, this might be your location to try and to check out in Key West. It's on Duval, so you know it's centrally located. It's the tallest private building in Key West. I want to say that for the fact that over on the military side, there's taller structures, but overall, it's the tallest building in Key West, and it's very vintage Cuba meets modern day appearance. And it's a Marriott hotel. So if you collect those points, consider maybe spending some of them in Key West. Um, so let's do a little bit of history and think back to when this hotel was built and the concept of behind it and why it's there. So in the 1920s, it's the roaring 1920s, Key West was a major port and a tourist attraction. You could take your car on the Flagler Railroad from New York all the way down to Key West, and then you could put your car on a ferry and go to Cuba. And I found some information. I don't know how accurate it is, but in 1922, rail fare was $77. It seems like an awful lot of money in 1922. So it was the place to go if you were the hottie toddy type people. In 1928, right before the stock market crashed, it's estimated that something like 90,000 Americans traveled to Cuba every year. It was considered the Paris of the Caribbean. And during Prohibition, it's estimated that Cuba had over 7,000 bars. So people would go from the United States to Cuba and be able to have their cocktails. Back then, Key West didn't have a whole lot of hotels. And so Carl, and I know I'm going to mispronounce his name here, Carl Albachan, if I'm wrong, please tell me in the comments below, began to construct the hotel in 1925. Now, there's some argument and disagreement as to if he actually built it or if it was a realty company that built it, but he's one of the first names associated with building the hotel. And this hotel began construction in 1925, opened its doors in January 22nd of 1926, a very quick build. And back then, they spent $768,000 to build the hotel. In today's dollars, that's over $13 million just to build the hotel. And then they spent another $130,000 in 1925 to furnish it. And today that's about $2 million. And if you think about it, $2 million to furnish a full hotel doesn't seem like an awful lot of money. It seems like you would need more. But back then, the rooms went for $3 a night. And if you put an extra 35 cents on it, you got a steak dinner with it. Man, wouldn't that be a cool deal today in Key West, right? It opened with 100 rooms, and we obviously there's more there today. Famous guests have stayed there. Hemingway's been through there. Tennessee Williams, it's reported, finished A Streetcar Desire there in 1946. He had the whole sixth floor and went through that. And of course, the La Concha is thought to be haunted because most buildings in Key West have some sort of haunted history to it. But there's many stories about people falling off the rooftop or I think a lady in white wandering the hall. But have you stayed at the La Concha? It's been through many restorations and renovations. But let me know. Have you stayed there? Have you checked it out? Have you been to the pool? Have you just wandered the lobby and just been in amazement of this beautiful hotel? Let me know in the comments below. Say, hey, Michelle, I have stayed at the La Concha and I have seen this, or I have stayed at the La Concha and this is the best room that you should get on this side, on this floor. Let us know in below. Give us your tips. In the meantime, it is Historic Marker Monday. And like I said, today's stop was the La Concha. Head over to FunInKeyWest.com because there, what you're going to do is you're going to grab our happy hour list. It's our favorite happy hours. Now, I don't do them all the time, but that's our favorite happy hour list. If any of them need updated, please let me know. But that gets you on our list, our email list. And I try very hard to send one out every Friday to give you an update of what we talked about on our lives all week. So you can go back and check them out on Facebook or our YouTube channel, but also give you links and ideas of things that are happening in Key West. In the meantime, you guys have a great Monday. Welcome back to the grind and hope you're planning that trip to Key West. If you have any questions or just want some ideas or suggestions, send me a DM. I'll talk to you. I'll chat. You guys have a great Monday.